fellow countrymen, at this appearing to take the second oath of the presidential office, there seemed to be less occasion for an extended address as there was at the first. Then, a statement somewhat in detail of the course to be pursued seemed fitting and proper. Now, at the expiration of 4 years, during which public declarations have constantly been called forth on every point and every phase of the great contest which still absorbs the attention and engrosses the energies of our nation. The progress of our arms, upon which all else chiefly depends, is as well known to the public as to myself, and it is, I trust, reasonably satisfactory and encouraging to all. With high hope to the future, no prediction in regard to it is ventured. On the occasion corresponding to this 4 years ago, all thoughts were anxiously directed towards an impending civil war. All dreaded it and all sought to avert it. While the inaugural address was being delivered from this location, devoted altogether to saving the Union without war, insurgent agents were in the city seeking to destroy it without war, seeking to dissolve it and dividing effects by negotiations. One party would make war rather than let it survive. Another would accept war rather than let it perish. And war came. 1/8 of the population were colored slaves, not distributed generally over the Union but localized in the southern part of it. These slaves constituted a peculiar and powerful interest. All knew that this interest was somehow the cause of the war. To strengthen, perpetuate, and extend this interest was the object for which the insurgents would rend the Union even by war. Neither party anticipated the magnitude nor the duration which it has already attained. Neither anticipated the cause of the conflict would cease with, or the conflict itself should cease. Each looked for an easier triumph, a result less fundamental and astounding. Both read the same Bible, both prayed to the same God, invoking His aid against the other. It may seem strange that any man would dare to ask a just God for His assistance in wringing His bread from the sweat of other men's faces. But let's not judge, lest we be judged. The prayers of both could not be answered. That of neither has been fully answered. The Almighty works His own purposes. Woe unto the world because of offenses. For it must needs be that offenses come. But woe unto the man by whom these offenses come. If we shall suppose that American slavery is one of those offenses, and which, having continued through His appointed time, and which He now wishes to remove, and that He has given to both the North and the South this terrible war as a war unto those to whom the offenses come, shall we discern therein any departure from those divine attributes which the believers in the living God always ascribe to Him? Fondly do we hope, and fervently do we pray, that this mighty scourge may speedily pass away. Yet, if God wills that it continue until all the wealth piled by the bondsman's 250 years of unrequited toil shall be sunk, and until every drop of blood drawn by the lash be paid by another drawn by the sword. As it was said 3,000 years ago, it must be said still that the judgments of the Lord are true and righteous altogether. With malice towards none, with charity to all, with firmness in the right, as God gives us to see the right. Let us strive to finish the work we are in, to bind the wounds of the nation, to care for him who would have borne the battle, for his widow and for his orphan, to which we may achieve and cherish a just and lasting peace among ourselves and all nations.